Look what I did. This little one too, but this bag is full of stuff I'm gonna save for another video because it's very interesting what's happening in here. I was recently in South Korea with a brand Yepoda. Amazing trip, beautiful trip. And they actually gave us a lot of free time to do what we want, discover Seoul. I was there in May, but we stayed in a different area this time and it was just so nice to walk around and shop. Which I did a lot of. And I think we went to OliveYoung every single day. We were with a group of people and we kept all wanting to pop in and out and just see what there was, because some of them, so each shop was different. If you've never heard of OliveYoung in the US is like Sephora. In the UK, it's like Boots. So they do all kinds of makeup, skincare, supplements, things like that. And it's just a really great place to shop if you are a fan of KBeauty, as I am. So we're doing a haul and a try on today. I have linked everything down below for you in the description, and I actually have a discount code with OliveYoung if you want to use it whenever you're shopping on OliveYoung. That's linked down below for you. I did buy all of these myself. So yes, let's get into it. Just to start with skincare, I've already done my skincare, but I just want to show you. I picked up another one of these. This is from one of my favorite brands, KBeauty, and this is their Essential More Toner. The whole More line, Essential More line, is incredible, right? If you have oily skin, dry skin, combination, whatever, dehydrated, this just kind of wraps your skin in this layer of moisture and hydration without interfering with the makeup. It's almost like this, my skin's not great today, I want it to be wrapped and protected, and then I just want to put makeup on and it'd be nice. That's what the whole More range does. So I actually have the toner, I have the peptide moisturizer too, I have all the creams, the sprays, the sticks, because I just love what it does to the skin. The toner in particular balances skin oils and moisture, so you really get that balance of hydration and moisture under your foundation. So your foundation is going to sit perfectly. Your skin isn't overproducing oil, it's not underproducing moisture. You know what I mean? Finding skin texture, uneven skin texture is such a great way to describe it. So that's the skincare I use. I just realized I have no primer on my eyes, so I'm just going to touch a bit of my Sigma primer to my eyelids. I'm going to do very natural today. I actually think I'm going to start with foundation today. You know, I usually start with my eyes, but I'm not doing a big eye look. So this is one of the foundations I picked up. This is from a brand Clio. You may have heard of Clio because of their mascaras. They are very, very good. Very long lasting if that's an issue you have. This is the Kill Cover Found Wear Foundation. I'm using shade 23N, which is ginger, and it has SPF 40 PA++. And like most foundations, this comes with the cushion already full. So your foundation is already in here, and it comes with a refill as well. I love these kind of pads that come with these foundations anyway. I actually use them for normal foundation a lot of the time, but I do love when it comes with this point or like a tip like this, just so you can get some really great detailed angles with the cushion itself. I've already taken off a protective film here, so let's give this a go. So I always like to hold my pad like this, 2 fingers on the outside so I can stretch if I need to get in those corners, and 1 on the top here just to give me some nice pressure. I find if I stick all my fingers underneath, the pad starts to kind of like roll around my fingers. I always stick a finger on top, it just kind of locks it in, and I just gently push down. Going into my cushion, I'm just going to give 2 gentle taps. Cushion doesn't have to look like it's covered and full of foundation for you to get a decent coverage. I'm just going to start on my cheeks here. Starting anywhere that has the most redness first is always a good idea. And I'm just going to do a really, really light layer first. I love to do a light layer foundation, whatever the foundation is, just to even out the skin tone first. And then I'll come back to it, and if I want to, I'll use a concealer to cover those blemishes that are a little bit harder to use, or I will just use a little bit more foundation if it doesn't need like extensive coverage. I'm just going to do half of my face so you can see, to really get in these edges off the nose where sometimes you might look and it might be a little bit redder. Beyond there, I'm going to use this edge of the cushion right here, and I'm going to almost like tap the edge into the cushion itself. So my foundation is on this side. I'm going to use these 2 fingers and stretch out the cushion. This is going to give us more of a direct application. If I was just to rest my fingers and apply like normal, it isn't as strong and precise. So I'm going to stretch that out and just go right in those corners there. I'm just going to go around the edge of the lip with a foundation too. So that's one side with a foundation, one side without. It is extremely lightweight on the skin. And it's definitely one of those foundations where you can kind of just keep pushing and working it into the skin as well, just to make it look a little bit more natural. It is slightly lighter than my skin tone. My skin tone is quite, I don't know if you can see it. One second, let me show you. A little bit of chest. My skin is very pale. This is my skin tone. But because I've been away quite a bit this year, I've been to Greece, I've been to Florida, I've worn SPF the whole time, my skin has tanned quite well. So this will be very usable for me in those winter months. My skin is very sensitive to the sun. So as soon as I go out in the sun, I tan. But at the same time, as soon as my skin doesn't get sun, I go very pale. That's what being Mexican and English does to you. I'm just going to finish up with this foundation. One thing I want to say with any foundation, especially cushion foundations, don't forget under your nose here. The nose can be extremely red. So make sure that you're just tapping around the nostrils and just covering any redness that may be showing through. I love the finish of this. It's extremely lightweight. It's by no means meant to be a full coverage. I think you probably could get it to a full coverage, but that mixed in with a mousse toner and the cream, love it, love it. Okay, I do have a few more skin things coming up, one including something I cannot wait to show you. I want to try something. So I've seen a lot of people have been not color correcting under their eyes. They've kind of gone under their eyes with white, the shade white, which can be kind of a little bit dodgy, especially if you have very dark under eyes. I don't consider my under eyes very dark. They're dark, but not very dark. So I picked up these two concealers from Espoir, and these are their easy blending concealers. These come in a few different shades. There are 3 almost skin tone shades, and then there's a green and a blue. Green is obviously going to be for redness, for paler skins, and then blue is always a little bit brightening. And what's great about the texture of these is they kind of warm up with the skin temperature and really melt into your skin. So I wanted to try the whole white under eye thing and see what happens. So this is it here. It does have a very interesting applicator. Look at that long, almost sword-like applicator, you know what I mean? And it's flat on the side, so we can almost use it like a spatula or use it on its tip, which I think is a really great option to have. Now, I don't want to use that much, so I'm literally gonna put a little bit under my eye here and on the corner. Now, this could go horribly wrong, or it could be really great. I'm just gonna brighten on the inside here too. And I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush to blend that in, and my finger just to warm it up a little bit since it works so well with body temperature and body heat. Okay, that's actually not terrible in terms of brightening. You can definitely see that I've used something very light. But if you perhaps have a lighter skin tone, this would actually be very subtle, considering it goes on blue. Yeah, that's insanely bright. My skin around my eyes is a little bit dry at the moment because of traveling, but also because before that and coming back from traveling, I've been a little bit under the weather, a little bit sick. And that's something on me that always shows. So I'm actually just gonna go on, actually, you know what? Let's do some eyes and then we'll go on with our normal concealer. I love For Men brands from Korea. Everywhere else, they're useless, they're tacky, they're terrible, they do really terrible products. But one of my favorite makeup brands is this Be Ready. I have a few of their cushion foundations. There's a Korean show called Singles Inferno, and I saw one of the guy contestants on there using one of their cushion foundations. I was like, I need to find out what brand that is. So I saw the white and the blue, and it was a Be Ready one. So I love their cushion foundations. This is so interesting because this is an eyeshadow palette for men. I mean, how great that they have eyeshadow for guys. So let's just do something very natural because I kind of want this to be a skin focus on a particular product, which I can't wait to show you. I used it and I was like, this is crazy. Okay, so we have these kind of like, we have a very dark tone here, which I think will be really great around the lash line, on the outer edge to give it a bit of definition. A kind of rosier tone, which will look nice under the eyes. And then these two here to add a bit of structure. So I'm actually gonna take this lighter tone on the edge first and just give myself some structure through the socket here. It's a lot more pigmented than I expected. I'm taking that rosier tone just under the eyes here. Maybe a little bit just on the outside corner. And I'm brushing that rosier tone across the whole lid, not applying color on the whole lid, but I'm just going from here across. And with the darkest tone in that palette, I'm just gonna go along the outer lash line here, but just in that outside corner, just to add a little bit of emphasis. Almost like a fake wing, very subtle. So just added that tiny bit of detail on the outside corner. Listen, I'm a makeup person. I can't just do too natural, you know? Okay, let's crack open this contour. This is from WakeMake. WakeMake is OliveYoung's own brand for makeup. I'm just trying to open this, 1 second, please. And this is a set. So it comes with a contour powder and a double-sided brush. So you have more of a fan brush and more of a detailed brush. So perhaps you want to do your nose or around the eye area. OliveYoung always do a set, or they do like a double, you know what I mean? If you love a free gift, shop at OliveYoung. So you can see it has a gradient. It looks very light on screen, but it is slightly darker. So lighter, more into this deeper. I'm actually gonna take a bit of everything and then just wrap around my cheek here. You can see it has that more realistic shadow shade. It's not brown, it's not bronze in any way. It is pure shadow, which is what we want from contour. Look at that. Look, it just looks like shadow. And I'm literally just like wiping the brush like this and then twisting it around and doing the other side and tapping some off. And then holding that brush flat against my face and almost doing what we did in the palette, in the pan, but on my skin. And then I'm going to go into the darkest end with the tiny brush. I'm actually going to go upwards, up my nose like this, and then up to the edge of my brow here. And then with a clean brush, I'm going to take, again, the deepest tone and just blend that into my eye makeup, under my brow and down in this area here. Just because I feel like all contour has to come from somewhere. It just can't magically start and stop, you know what I mean? Oh, I forgot to use my eye brush set. Oh my god, how annoying. Okay, next time. Okay, next up for blush, we have the Clio Essential Lip Cheek Tap Blur. I got the shade 3 and 5. I think I'm going to go for 5 because it's a little bit more warmer. So this is going to open up just like this. And there inside is your blush. Look how beautiful that color is. It does feel very like liquidy, but when you put it on, you'll see it's almost velvety. With my finger, I'm actually gonna start under my eyes here and give myself more of that youthful glow with a blush. Just by warming up this whole area, just slightly above the cheek and under the eye, it really does lift everything a little bit. And I feel like with this formula, as I'm using it, I feel like you can't use too much because it's very easy to blend. And it's a very, very natural finish. So I don't think we're gonna be covered in too much blush, you know? I'm just gonna gently tap that all in with a brush, just to get around the edges and make sure it's all blended in. I have taken it kind of right up to my eyes there, but not so much in the inside corner. It just gives youthful, you know what I mean? It gives without too much blush. Now's a bit I've been waiting for. This is from Hera, and this is a Reflection Skin Glow Cushion Foundation. Now this does come in a few different shades. I've ordered a few shades of this, but what I got out in Korea was the highlighter version. This is the 00N1 shade, and it comes like a normal cushion foundation, of course, but it has this mesh cushion inside. And let me just show you. When you press down, kind of looks like nothing comes out, but look at the glow. When that's rubbed onto the skin, it gives this really beautiful, as you can see, shine. I mean, I'm gonna show you my skin anyway. It doesn't feel greasy, it doesn't feel oily, it just looks like a glow. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take the cushion and just tap some just up here. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that incredible? Now, I'm not going up to my eyes because I actually want to mattify that area a little bit. So I'm going just underneath and just giving my face this, oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm going to use the edge of this sponge to just blend that in slightly. That's just one of the best glows I think I've ever had. Look at it. Look at just how that sits on the skin. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mattify under my eyes just to kind of like even out the glow a little bit, because at the moment when my under eyes are shiny, it emphasizes the detail of some hollowness. I'm going to take a very small amount of powder and just do that underneath my eyes. Also because I don't want to get rid of the blush shade too much. I mean, just look at that. That's honestly one of the best, most beautiful products. Let's finish up with some lips. I'm just gonna go around my lip here and just block out a bit of color. I'm just gonna pencil around my lip very quickly. I like to contour my lip. You could do this with pencil or powder to make them a little bit bigger. Now, I have to be honest with you, I did pick this up because it had a pretzel on. That is one of the only reasons. This is from Etude. This is a soft fixing tin, and this one came in a little set, so I got a little pencil with it too. This is a shade Hot Hibiscus Tea. So the pencil it's come with is the free gift. It's a mini pencil, and this set is still available on their website. So with these are very much like a SKU we don't really have in Europe, where it's kind of like a smudging pencil. So it is made to go around the lip. I'm gonna go around the edge of the lip and just slightly over my lip. It smells so good, oh my gosh. Give that really soft blurred outlook. It smells like grape, like white grape. This is matte, so it's very like souffle-like on the lip. I'm just gonna start with some in the middle. Again, I have to be honest, I didn't really look at the shade. I just picked this up because it had a pretzel on the packaging, but I know I like this product anyway. So I'm gonna do a little bit in the middle. That also has the same smell, that kind of like grape smell. These are very easy to blend. It is like a soft matte, so don't think like liquid lipstick matte when it dries very quickly and it sometimes becomes difficult to manage. This is very easy to use. It's still soft now. It feels very, oh, it's weightless on the lip. You can't even really feel it. And that's the shade, love it. Love that. Oh, I can't stop looking at that cheek, that high shine on the cheek is just so beautiful. I never put concealer on. I just let the blue do its job. Okay, so that's a whole finished look using just some of the products I picked up from OliveYoung while I was in Korea. Let me know your opinions on any of these products down below. Let me know if there's anything you would like me to try. I'm happy to order stuff and buy it. Like I said, everything is linked down below. My discount code is down there for you as well. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.